am Jonathan Knight. This is B-Movie Madness. The movie I'm going to review tonight, well, it's one of my absolute favorites. Probably one of my favorite B-movies of all time. And that's the one and only Redneck Zombies. Now, if you haven't seen Redneck Zombies before, Redneck Zombies is a 1989 shot-on-video horror comedy about a clan of rednecks who use a misplaced barrel of toxic waste for a still and ultimately contaminate all their moonshine, turning them and everybody that drinks it into the worst thing in the world, a redneck zombie. While all this is happening, there's also people who are camping out in the woods who end up running, into the redneck zombies, running from their lives. And the army's out there trying to find their barrel. A whole bunch of stuff happens in this 90-minute gore fest. Now, the reason I love Redneck Zombies is when I first watched it in the late 90s, it was in the video store, and I saw that Troma released it. And at this point, anything that said Troma on it, I watched. I didn't care. I grabbed it. And when I popped Redneck Zombies in, I kind of looked at it and was like, there's something off about the look of this movie. I couldn't really pinpoint it. And what was wrong with it, or why it was off, is it was shot on video and not film, and video has a very much cheaper home movie look to it. And I was kind of thrown off about it. The thing is, I still loved the movie because it had plenty of gore, it was very funny, and it was an entertaining story. So I still loved it. But it wasn't for like a good decade. I think there was maybe a decade, maybe 10 years between that, when I first started watching more shot on video movies, and that's when I fell in love with them. Now they're one of my favorite things in the world. But it all started with Redneck Zombies. Why do I love Redneck Zombies? Besides it being, Troma didn't make the movie, to distribute it. The movie was directed by Pericles Loons, and I believe it was written by him and his business partner, or his creative partner, Ed Bishop. And, they were just trying to make a fun B movie. They were huge fans of the Toxic Avenger, so it was like, a match made in heaven whenever Troma agreed to pick up this movie. And ultimately, Lloyd Kaufman hired Pericles Loons and I believe Ed Bishop to work on special effects and other stuff on Troma's War, Toxic Avenger 2 and 3. They're the same movie, but Toxic Avenger 2 and 3 and Sergeant Kabuki Man. And I believe they did other little stuff here and there. I think they worked on the reshoots for Death by Temptation. Correct me if I'm wrong. For Redneck Zombies, though, the thing that I rewatched this in October. I had a horror marathon where I just watched a shit ton of horror movies, and I threw this one into the marathon because it's been a while since I watched it. And the thing I was looking at it, yes, it was shot on video. Yes, the acting is very amateurish. The makeup effects, although very good at times, are very sloppy sometimes. But what I really liked it is how it balanced this, it was very humorous one minute, then it would have these really dark, unsettling moments. Such as, there's a character in the movie called the Tobacco Man, and he's a guy that sells tobacco to the rednecks, and he wears the Elephant Man thing over with the one eye hole, and just his voice and overall look was very unsettling. He was majorly creepy, and he plays a big part into the movie's ending. There's also a scene where one of the redneck boys, they call him Ellie Mae because he thinks of himself as a girl. It's one of the running jokes in the movie. He thinks it's actually played by the director, which is really funny. He's delivering the contaminated moonshine to all these people. And he goes into this house to deliver it, and there's a woman tied up who has been beaten up and tortured, and there's a guy sitting next to her, licking his lips, looking at her like, yeah, I'm gonna flick you up. And the guy who owns the house, I guess, comes out, and he's covered, he has a butcher's smock on, and he's covered in blood. And just the music and everything is so creepy because it lingers on this poor girl crying and this other guy going, yeah. And then Ellie Mae looking at him like, oh shit. And the music is so creepy. And that's what that movie does. It has these really weird, unsettling moments throughout the whole movie. And then it has these very humorous moments. The rednecks are very stereotypical redneck. There's a gay army guy who's very stereotypical as well. And it's really funny how he balances all this stuff you know, and gives us the gore. There's lots of gore in this movie. There's heads blown off. There's flesh ripping. You name it, gut munching. I mean, this is a really extremely gory zombie movie, and you know, it's. I think it's funny, creepy, and just a lot of fun. You know, the shot and video look is not for everybody. So if you watch this movie and you're like, no, I completely understand. You know, I wear my video violence shirt. I love video violence. It's one of my favorite shot and video movies. One of my favorite movies in general, along with Redneck Zombies. But I can understand people being turned off by the shot and video look because it's very unusual. But I like to tell people, give it a shot. Give it a couple of shots. And if you don't get used to the look, fine. You don't like it. It happens. But with this movie, I think they used the video look to their advantage. Now, they were unable to go into theaters. I think the only shot-on-video movie that was ever in theaters was Boarding House, which is the first shot-on-video horror movie. But, because Troma put their name on it, this movie has been sold very well over the years because a lot of people have seen it simply because of the Troma label. Because Lloyd Kaufman watched the movie and he was like, this is really awesome. I like the special effects. Do you want to do the special effects on my other movies? And they're like, hell yeah. So not only did they get a movie release, the team that made this get a movie release, they got to work on more movies because of it. And I think that's awesome. That's really awesome. And they made a fun movie. I mean, it's shot on video, you know. It almost feels like you're watching a movie that was made from something from another planet. Like, they didn't quite understand how movies looked, so they made them. But that's the cool thing about the 1980s. You could, if you had a camcorder and a little bit of money, you could make a really low-budget horror movie, and they would put it on the video shelves. By video shelves, I mean the mom-and-pop shelves, not the franchises. But, and I think that's awesome, that you could be a horror fan and you had a camcorder and you could get a movie released in the video store. That's what these guys were. They were horror fans that just wanted to make a bad movie. And they ended up getting one of the best indie labels to release it. So cool. Like I said before, the acting is amateurish. The characters are very memorable, though. Ferd Mertz, who is this fat, stereotypical redneck who it suggests he likes to fuck corpses. Well, you know, he's a redneck. So. He's very funny. He's probably one of my favorite characters. The family's funny, especially Ellie Mae, the one who's delivering the moonshine to people. The camper characters, there's this one character that's totally freaked out. And it's his like freak outs are really funny. And you know, the acting's not great, but the characters are very memorable. It's very well written for a bad movie. There's so much to it. It's not simply, it has all these like elements. You got the army, you got the campers, you got the rednecks, and eventually they all merge to one awesome movie. The ending's very downbeat, which is kind of funny. The Tobacco Man plays a part in that, which, you know, I was hoping they were going to bring him back, and they did. And but as you can see, it's a very gory movie. And the music and soundtrack is very funny. And Troma did an awesome thing. They actually did a 2-disc. This is the movie. This is the soundtrack. And the image behind that is a Redneck Zombie. I wish I could review this a little better. I'm not really, you know, I need to start, you know, scripting more in my reviews. But I just like to be me, talking about movies, about what I feel. And I feel Redneck Zombie is just an awesome, funny movie with lots of gore, some really oddball, unsettling sequences that kind of make me laugh at the same time because they're just so awkward, and just tons of fun. If you're a zombie movie fan and you haven't seen this movie, give it a shot. You know, you probably, you know, like I said, shot in video, blah blah. I said it a million times before. You might be unsettled by it, but no, you won't know until you watch it. Now, it's on YouTube in its entirety. I will put a link to it. I'll probably embed it towards the end of the movie, or end of the video, so you can give it a shot. Not your thing, understandable, but if you do watch it, or you have seen it, let me know down below. Do you like Redneck Zombies? Do you like shot-on-video movies? If you do, what's your favorite one? Just let me know. And if you're a Troma fan, let me know too. I love Troma fans. But to end this, Redneck Zombies is, it says right here, a backwoods bloodbath that will tickle your funny bone and then rip it out. Fangory Magazine. Right there, that's the perfect quote for this. Redneck Zombies is a sick, silly, and gory fun time. Watch it. That's all I have for now. If you like my videos, thumbs up, subscribe. I think the little bell thing. Let me know if you want me to review. I am thinking I'm going to do Hope Motel Hell soon, and I'm going to do Video Violence, which is on my shirt, and I might be doing that with a fan of the a friend of mine and a fan of the show. So I might be doing that with him. I gotta see how we can work things out. But Motel Hell and Video Violence I'll definitely be doing. I didn't want to do Redneck Zombies because I'm a huge fan of it. But like I said, like my videos, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm Jonathan Knight. It's been B Movie Madness. Thanks for watching.